Right now, April Hunter is calling in right now. Let's get her on the phone line here. Just give me just a moment. And ladies and gentlemen, it gives me good pleasure that I am joined with my first guest of the new year. She's a wrestling legend. You know her from WCW, TNA. She's a WSU Hall of Famer. And you can catch her on Shine Wrestling on January the 11th. I am joined with everyone's favorite redhead, April Hunter. She's joining me right now. Good evening, April, and Happy New Year's to you.
Happy New Year to you, too.
And I know you are under the weather, and how you feeling?
Very. Other than heating my nose right now, I'm hanging in there.
I understand where you're coming from. The nose area, it's not fun. It's not fun.
Yeah, my sinuses are not agreeing with me today. I've had this wicked cold for 3 days, and I keep waiting for it to go. But hey, it could be worse.
You know, Trooper, and I appreciate you still wanting to do the interview, given the circumstances that you are in. So before I get into the questions, I want to tell people a story because you and I have met each other in person before.
Yep.
It was at Scarefest convention, Lexington, Kentucky. You and another wrestler, a friend of yours, JD Maverick.
JD Maverick, yep.
And you was wearing a nurse outfit, and I don't. Maybe I need to refresh my memory, but you referred to me as a good luck charm, and I guess you had a good time from there on your only day at Scarefest.
Yep, you were my very first person that came up to me that day, and after that, people just kept coming up. So I think we broke the ice.
Well, I'm glad I'm glad I'm the first at something. So I'm satisfied that I got a chance to meet you. And you are indeed a sweetheart, and it was great to meet you. And Scarefest 2013, please book April Hunter. I guess I'll do what I can to spread the word, because we need you back. We need you.
Oh, I would love to come back. That was a really fun convention, and there was a line around the building for Danny Trejo. It was the year that Machete came out. And he sort of just put a line and let myself and JD go and just jump in and get a picture with him, and he was totally cool. And that was such a fun convention. I would definitely love to go back.
Absolutely. That would be great. Scarefest, make it happen somehow. Book her, email her, tweet her, Tumblr her, whatever people uses on social media these days. But just make it happen. Let's go ahead and get into some events and appearances you got coming up. I believe, as I already pointed out, you're going to be part of Shine Wrestling on January the 11th, the first Shine show of the new year. You are part of a team that's called themselves Made in Sin that features Taylor Made and Allison K. Talk a little bit about your involvement with the team.
Well, the bookers that be asked me to come in and manage these two very beautiful girls. I didn't know much about them at the time, so I started researching them. And it turns out they're both pretty phenomenal wrestlers. Allison is more of a powerhouse kind of girl, looks like an old-school pinup model. And tiny little Taylor is like the lucha, screaming brat type. And there I am, I guess the older sister Eva, kind of control these two, and they're pretty much hell on wheels. So my job is basically their enforcer. I'm there to make sure that they're either winning or trying not to lose.
Well put. And considering that Taylor and Allison, they up and comers. Obviously, Allison been at WSU. She's had some success there. When you got a chance to see these two wrestle as a tag team for the first time, what was like your first impression on how they were able to get in sync with each other?
Well, my first impression was that I really liked their zebra outfits.
All right. Yeah,
Other than that, I also really like they have a really cool, brutal finisher that they do together. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's pretty it's pretty kick-ass.
And how are you feeling about this? You know, about Shine Wrestling. They've been around for probably 4 or 5, maybe 6 months. It's become the fastest rising women wrestling show, pretty much in the South now. And you got Shimmer in the Midwest. You got WSU, which you are a Hall of Famer of, located on the East Coast. How do you feel about Shine Wrestling as they are right now?
Well, actually, Shine Wrestling is the sister of Shimmer. It was originally called Shimmer South, and then they just changed their name. And basically, it took a page out of Shimmer's book and turned it into a quality female wrestling show that you can also get on iPay-per-view. You can go to Shine Wrestling and watch pay-per-views live. It is pretty amazing. The quality of talent that they have is absolutely staggering, and they don't spare the expenses in not bringing good girls in. They will fly them in from all over. We have a lot of girls from Ireland, England, Japan, Mexico. They're bringing girls to Canada. They're bringing some of the best talent in, so you're going to get a really good show, and that's probably why in 6 months they've done as well as they have. They've been able to make a very, very large impact. Not only like Ring of Honor did when they first started, which is a lot of the same people behind Shine as was Ring of Honor. So you also have a veteran female wrestler running the entire thing, Lexi Fife. She's been around all over the world, and while she may have not made a huge name in WWE or something like that, she's definitely put her time in on the indies and overseas, so she knows how things work and she knows how to put out a good match and a good product.
I've had a chance to interview Lexi last year, and Shimmer's shown that she can make a name for herself and not be someone that has been in the big leagues. I mean, she's had a very successful career, and not only that, she put together Slammin Ladies, and that company that you're a part of has been around for a decade, one of the longest running custom wrestling websites, and I have purchased some of their videos, including matches with yours on it, and I love the content. I love the idea of wrestlers, I mean not wrestlers, but fans for that matter, getting a chance to book matches of their favorite wrestlers, you know, put together a storyline, content, or something like that. And I'm also hearing that you are going to be available for the upcoming tapings, I think after Shine Wrestling. So go ahead and promote that if you want to.
Oh yeah, well, every time we do Shine in the middle of the month, and then while we have all these girls in Slammin Ladies, will for the next 2 days, it's usually the middle Friday night is our live show. And then the next 2 days after that, while everybody's still in town, we knock out a whole bunch of wrestling matches. And they're called custom wrestling because basically the customer puts together a custom match. The customer will buy a match, and it will be his 2 or 3 or 4 or however many he wants. Wrestlers, you can do tag teams, you can do male versus female. They can book whatever they want. And then they can book our costumes, they can book the moves that they want to see, and then they book the finish. And they can do 8 minutes, 12 minutes, 30 minutes if they want, 3 out of 5 falls, whatever they want to do. So it ends up being an eclectic day because the matches vary widely. But it's fun. I actually wrestle more down here in Florida than I did up north. But because I'm wrestling for DVD downloads or internet downloads, a lot of people don't realize I'm still actually wrestling.
Just to see you still wrestling to this day is definitely remarkable. And not only that, you are in great shape now than you were when you first started. I mean, not a whole lot of wrestlers late in their career manage to keep themselves in good shape. But for you to be in the great shape that you are, I mean, it's remarkable. It's great to see, and you still a hell of a great wrestler, and I got a lot of respect for you for the longevity that you have had. And I mean, how do you feel after all you have done, after all you have succeeded? How do you feel about your career at entering another year?
Oh, that's a loaded question. Gosh. Well, as far as being able to stay in some kind of, decent shape, I got hurt several times over, my tailbone and my neck and everything, and I found that instead of going to painkillers, that it worked better turning to yoga and chiropractic and that kind of thing. And once I started doing that stuff, I was able to do a lot of, actually heal and deal with pain management a lot better, and then it just sort of spiraled. So that was that. As far as my career, I don't know. I have 3 different careers. I have wrestling, and then I have modeling, and now I'm writing also. I mean, if anybody's wanting to read some of the stuff I'm doing, I just started a page. It's called aprilhunterblog.com. I just actually added something new tonight. And it's like little tidbits of life, basically. Everything from on the road with wrestling to growing up to, dealing with stripper pole injuries. But I honestly, because of the way my attention span is and because of the way the economy has been, I found that it's a lot smarter to keep one toe in every water. So I'll work the wrestling shows or the customs, and then I'll do some fetish modeling or centerfold modeling, or I'll go over here and do some fitness stuff, or I'll film an independent horror film or go work a horror convention. So it's, I'm happy that my career has had the variety that it has, and that I've been able to travel as much as I have and learn the things that I have. Does that sum it up?
Pretty much. You're like a Jill of all trades, basically.
Yeah. Or you could also say I know a lot about a little. But how's that saying go? You know a little about a lot, but not a lot about much. Something like that.
Yeah. That's pretty much what it boils down to. So other than Shine, other than Slammin Ladies, do you have anything else you have in the works, upcoming shows, or anything else particular?
I do. I'm on Shine in the middle of every month. I also am filming a horror film. I filmed a horror film called The Meat Puppet last summer, and it went to the film festivals and actually did really well, so it looks like it's going in the theaters. And the guy that did that movie is having me come back and film a second film in February, so I'm going up to New York to film that. In March, I'll be on Horror Hound in Cincinnati. That's not too far from you. That's a really good convention. It was 3 days of oh gosh, this one will be the Walking Dead reunion. So everybody from Walking Dead will be on this convention in Cincinnati. I'm not looking at my calendar, so I don't know what's coming up that far in advance. But yes, Shine Wrestling, filming a horror film, and then Horror Hound Horror Hound Cincinnati in March.
And everybody can check out your mini websites, and I believe all wrapped together on the website of www.aprilhunter.com, Twitter @AprilHunter, Facebook, your blog, as you already pointed out. All the links are all there posted on aprilhunter.com, aprilhunter.com/store. Purchase pictures, videos, etc.
Everything.
Yeah, it's a variety. It's a variety of material from Miss April Hunter. So go check it out. And they got a guest section. They have a members area as well. So just take a look.
I do.
If you
I do. If the kids are over 18, I do.
Yeah, over 18. Let's not forget about that. And if you love redheads, you're gonna love April Hunter. That's all I'm gonna say. And I love redheads. I really do.
Aw.
Sincerely.
Thank you.
And April, you've been such a trooper. I'm just gonna go ahead and let you go. Get yourself some much needed rest. I mean, thank you so much for being on the show, being the first guest of the new year. And I wish you a healthy, happy new year. And again, thank you for being on. Hopefully we'll see each other again at some point.
Awesome. Thank you for having me on.
You have a good night, April.
You too. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye. That was April Hunte joining me here on Triple Threat Wrestling Radio. So good to talk to her yet again. And aprilhunter.com is her website. All the other links are posted, so go check it out.